Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. So, today I'd like to prepare my material earlier than before because tomorrow I will have any kind of meeting that is little bit important gitu ya. Jadi hari ini mudah-mudahan teman-teman semua bisa um, besoknya gitu ya mendapatkan materi ini dengan segera. Okay, I record myself in my home, so I would like to deliver the material for the third meeting. The previous meeting I have told little bit about this one also, but it is just for class discussion related to the material, related to this topic. So please, everyone, pay attention to this material in the admissions. So I think you guys have already known about this one because I asked you to read the previous meeting about what are the most important thing in the admissions, in the hospital admissions in this case. So let me see. So after this, in this learning objective, the students are able to create a poster related to the inpatient admission process in hospital, inpatient process in hospital. So this is the objective of this class. Okay, let's see. We have several things here. Okay. So what is the definitions of the hospital admissions? So hospital admissions involve staying at a hospital for at least 1 night or more. So if you have home if you have a work gitu ya, a job in hospital, and you got the patients from their home and they would like to have hospitality care. So if they are too sick and they cannot go home and would like to have your nursing care, and then you have to give them the process from having the hospital admissions. And then the purposes of this course is staying in the hospital overnight is done because the individual is too sick to stay at home, requires 24 hours nursing care, and or is receiving medications and undergoing tests and or surgery that can only be performed in hospital setting. So if you guys know about sick people live with penyakit yang udah nggak bisa ditanganin gitu ya, sehingga mengharuskan mereka untuk mendatangi hospital and get your help gitu ya. So you guys should be able to give them supaya mereka tahu gimana caranya untuk mendapatkan perawatan dan pelayanan kesehatan di rumah sakit tentu saja. Okay, so other is what are so so what kind of personal data needed from the patient? So we do believe that everyone is orang yang nggak kita kenal lah ya, unknown person seperti itu. Jadi pastilah kawan-kawan harus melengkapi data-data personal yang harus wajib ada di dalam hospital gitu kan, sehingga data-data ini mendukung pelayanan penanganan itu yang akan diberikan kepada pasien. Apa aja gitu kan? Jadi Pertama itu adalah the person's personal data is recorded and entered into the hospital's computer system. This data may include name, address, home and work telephone number, date of birth, place of employment, occupations, and also the emergency contact informations or the names and telephone numbers of those individuals the hospital should contact if need emergency care or the conditions worsen significantly. And then inilah ya hal-hal yang benar-benar harus ada gitu ya terkait dengan informasi personal atau informasi perseorangan yang harus dimiliki oleh seorang pasien, dan you are as a nurse should be able to collect those informations with the form that available in your hospital. So how do you engage with the patients? How do you ask the patient's family about the personal data of them gitu kan? Jadi misalnya in hurry, but you should take those informations immediately and just what is that, jump into the most gitu ya, langsung aja gitu ke apa informasi-informasi yang benar-benar penting banget, karena yang ini bisa menyusul di kemudian. Misalnya for example the emergency status, something like that. Yeah, so the emergency contact informations or the names and the telephone numbers of those individuals that hospital should contact if the person being admitted needs emergency care or their conditions worsen significantly. So kalau tiba-tiba keadaannya memburuk gitu kan, kepada siapa kita harus bertanya gitu kan. Jadi kalau misalnya kita nggak punya informasi dari keluarganya gitu ya, informasi dari keluarga yang bersangkutan ataupun kerabat yang paling dekat yang berada pada yang saat itu gitu bersama pasien, jadi akan kelabakan semuanya ya kalau kita nggak punya. Oke. It's good. Oke, dan itu tadi personal datanya. Okay, and then jadi kita juga harus tahu tentang the insurance coverage, reasons for hospitalizations, allergies to medications or food. Jadi hal-hal yang benar-benar spesifik yang berkaitan dengan keberlangsungan gitu ya, keberlangsungan hidup pasien dan pelayanan yang optimal juga harus dapat kita dapatkan informasinya terkait dengan asuransi gitu ya, terkait tentang alergi-alergi terhadap makanan dan obat yang berkaitan langsung dengan si pasien juga. Jadi gitu ya. Jadi nurse itu bisa dibilang benar-benar orang yang harus multi talent lah ya, multi talent dalam public speaking juga harus good gitu ya, dalam penanganan emosional juga harus good gitu ya. Jadi ya ini memang juga baru realize ya kalau misalnya benar-benar kerjaan being a nurse is not an easy thing to be done, karena everyone would ask you gitu ya, semua orang akan bertanya kepadamu and everyone agree that you know everything related to the hospital, that ya penanganan terhadap pasien dan penanganan terhadap hospital itu juga teman-teman yang paling tahu pastinya gitu. Jadi ya maklum aja lah ya kalau misalnya kerepotan di kemudian hari, but you choose this job and you need to love your job. And then okay, so ini ya, jadi kalau misalnya ini ya, pendataan itu pastilah menggunakan form. Jadi nggak tahu deh formnya bisa berbentuk kayak tulisan atau misalnya memang electronic form, jadi semuanya langsung aja masuk kayak gitu kan, nggak perlu langsung nulis, itu take a long time. Jadi one form may be a detailed medical and medications history. This history will include past hospitalizations and surgeries. Having this information readily available will make the process move faster and can allow a family member or friend who is accompanying the person to help fill out the forms more easily. So we do believe that fill in the form rightly gitu ya, dengan benar gitu ya, atau siapa aja yang bersama pasien saat itu tetapi dengar dengan sangat kooperatif gitu ya, bisa diajakin cepet dong gitu kan. Jadi kita juga kayak riwayat pengobatan, apakah yang bersangkutan pernah mengalami operasi atau enggak, atau apa ada alergi obat, atau ada riwayat malpraktek, atau ada riwayat keracunan dan seterusnya gitu ya. Jadi hal-hal demikian adalah hal yang benar-benar dapat membantu, memperlancar juga memudahkan penanganan lanjutan yang berada di rumah sakit tersebut gitu. Jadi ya pasti teman-teman udah tahu lah ya. Dalam hal ini you are expert than me. kalian lebih lihai daripada men ya. Oke. And then udah tadi ya. Oke. Nah, ini. Jadi form that have been filled out indicating what the medical decisions one wants others to make on their behalf. One form is called living will and clearly tells which specific resuscitations effort the person does or does not want to have performed on them in order to save or extend their life. Jadi ada namanya living will form gitu lah ya. Jadi biar ini lebih memperjelaskan gitu ya, tindakan-tindakan lanjutan atau hal-hal apa aja yang sebenarnya mereka inginkan atau yang mereka nggak inginkan gitu ya untuk extend their life. For example, misalnya si pasien koma gitu ya. Kalau misalnya ntar saya koma gitu, aduh jangan misalnya dikasihin ini deh, jangan disuntik ini deh, nah misalnya gitu, atau jangan di apa ya, kayak di TV-TV tuh kejut jantung kayak gitu kan. Nah, jadi jangan diberikan kayak gitu. Jadi apa ya? Ada kayak pernyataan kayak di surat kuasa gitu lah ya. Jadi ini adalah sebagai pegangan juga di rumah sakit tersebut. Nah, this is a form. Jadi yang si will apa tadi tuh, living will itu, this is a form stating whom the patient wishes to make medical decisions for them if they themselves are unable to do so, such as if they are in coma. So in that form, also in that letter, the patients ask gitu ya, specific person, for example, just for her husband or her mama or something like that, to give the last decisions. What gitu ya, apa yang harus dilakukan oleh tenaga kesehatan kepadanya gitu, apa tindakan terakhir untuk mengextend their life, untuk memperpanjang atau membantu mereka keluar dari kesulitan atau membantu mereka keluar dari koma tersebut gitu ya. Nah, jadi seperti itulah. Ini penting banget ya teman-teman, kalau if you have a dream to be a nurse in foreign country in abroad, you have to able to understand those things here. So you need to watch this video dari awal sampai akhir, karena memang tahu ya siapa yang nggak lihat sampai akhir ya. Memang kelihatan datanya, cuman males aja mau cerita ya. Jadi biarin aja yang nggak nonton, yang misalnya cuman di jam gitu kan, lompat itu bakal kerikot juga ya. Dan never mind. Nanti akan apa ya, kalau yang nggak serius juga akan hasilnya, jadi nggak masalah, itu depend on yourself. Okay. Jadi during the time span in admitting, a plastic bracelet will be placed on the person's wrist with their name, age, date of birth, room number, and medical record number on it. A separate bracelet is added to the list allergies. So you as a nurses, well, what's that? Collecting the data of your patients, you need to give them the plastic bracelet. Consists of the the very important data related to the patients, including the allergies in the different bracelets. So you have to, based on the form that you have, share to the patient's family, something like that, and then the content and then the information related to her or him, you have to write it down in their bracelet. Okay. So most people stay in a semi-private room, which means that there are two people to a room. In some circumstances, a person's medical conditions may require staying in the private room. If there are private rooms available and the individual is willing to pay the extra cost, insurance companies generally only cover the cost of a semi-private room. It may be possible to have a private room. So this concept is same with the Indonesians. I do not really understand about how to give the room to the patients, but after I read this article, I do believe that there was what is that the same pattern with the Indonesians, how Indonesian talk about separate the room from the patient. So this is the very what is that comfort. The very comfortable room is semi-private room, which is consists of two persons only. So, if a person have the specific medical condition that requires staying in the private room, if the hospital has the private room and the patients are able to pay more rather than the semi-private room, because such a company or the government state or something like that just pay from the other one rather than the private room, so the family could pay the rest of the cost. It is possible to have the private room gitu ya. Jadi kalau misalnya masih punya uang untuk bayar lebih untuk private room, you can have it selama hospital juga masih ada private room. Wait, se-private roomnya nggak ada kali lah yang betah untuk tinggal di rumah sakit ya kan. Jadi mudah-mudahan semuanya tetap sehat. Again, students, jadi nurse ya. Nurse itu taking care of the patients will go over the medical and medication history and orient the person to the room. Jadi nurse itulah yang akan memberikan pelayanan optimalnya mereka selama menjadi nurse. So I haven't read the sumpah nurse tuh kayak gimana isinya, memang nggak pernah. Tapi I do believe that seperti sumpah-sumpah yang lainnya, pastilah isi sumpah itu adalah bentuk pelayanan optimal gitu ya, bentuk pelayanan prima kepada siapa saja, tidak memandang pasien itu seperti apa, ya kan? Jadi pastilah mereka itu berjuang gitu ya, jiwa raga hati semuanya untuk demi kesembuhan si pasien, karena begitulah sumpah janji profesinya mungkin ya, karena tenaga kesehatan pasti menolong nyawa orang lah gitu ya, terlepas dari semua nyawa itu urusannya sama Allah gitulah ya. Nah, abis itu setelah patients udah dapat medical and medication history-nya, si nurse ini juga menuntun si person itu untuk ke ruangan gitu ya, ruangan perawatan seperti itu. And seperti yang udah di as the state and the timetable for something, giving the injections, blood pressure and something like that. So everyone as a nurse should do that. Jadi harus melakukan itu ya. Okay, and then the nurse will review the doctor's orders, such as what tests have been scheduled, whether or not they can get out of bed for the bathroom or to walk around the unit, what medication they will be getting, and whether or not there are restrictions on what they can eat. Waduh, banyak banget ya kerjaan nurse ya, samping sedetail itu. Apa aja mereka yang bisa makan, terus apakah mereka bisa ke bedroom atau enggak, terus juga membantu dokter untuk memberikan decision terhadap what medicine gitu ya yang akan bisa dikerjain gitu lah ya. Nih, jadi untuk membantu pasiennya gitu ya, si nurse juga harus tahu apa aja sih a small bag can be brought into the hospital gitu ya. Jadi kepada pasiennya kalau misalnya bawa the big luggage or something like that with the nggak benar-benar penting gitu ya. Jadi bisa deh tolong bantu di night clothes gitu ya. Kalau misalnya ada hospital supplies boleh, jadi nggak usah dibawain gitu. And then tuh coba baca ya. The hospital supplies their own, but some people like to wear familiar clothing. Some people use the hospital outfit to decrease the chance of staining their own clothing for bringing germs home from the hospital. Tuh perhatiin. A robe, slippers, clothes for the return trip home, reading material for the hospital stay, hobby materials such as knitting or a book of crossword puzzles, reading glasses, personal care items such as comb, brushes, and toothbrush. Most hospitals supply this item, but many individual prefers to have their own from home. Sebenarnya hospital udah ada, cuman ya kita biasanya lebih safe gitu ya, ngerasa barang kalau barang kita lebih enak lah ya, kayak begitu. Oke, ya, oke, udah kelar ya teman-teman ya, kayaknya udah kelar deh datanya. Oke, so selesai ya. So in the admissions, for second meeting is clear, finished. After this unit, you guys have a project. The first project to make a poster related to the admission the hospital admission, particularly for inpatient department. So I will give you what is that, a brief explanation about that in Edmodo. So please see your Edmodo. See you guys in fifth meeting. So because the project will be the fourth meeting. Thank you very much for having me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.